Alright, so here is a quick guide on how to do the Creepcast Wiki for if you're wanting to upload your own page. I'm using the newest episode up here as my guide, uploaded today. And so, the first thing you want to do is you're going to go up to the upper right and you're going to click Add New Page. And so, let's say you're watching, what's her name? Psychosis, for example, and you would type in Psychosis. But for us, we're just going to want to copy and paste the new name, I Talked to God, which is the new episode title. And so then you have just a nice blank page. You can just go ahead and save that. Um, and then for new steps, this is just for me. This is just kind of a speed run. What I have to do is I'm going to need to Google Creepcast I Talked to God. Go to Google Images for, whatever episode you may be doing, be it Church in the Woods, Mother Horse-Sized Fleshgate. And you're just going to want to open that thumbnail. You're going to want to save the image as, whatever. And then you're going to want to go to the Explore tab, go to Images, add a new image, select that image you just downloaded, and you're going to want to go to more options, change the name to something, short and sweet. If you go through the images, you'll notice some of them are crazy long. I don't know why they did that, like the previous admin and other people who have tried to do stuff. But for like Psychosis, it'll be like crazy long names, but you don't need to do that. I mean, this is called I Talked to God, so we could literally just name it Talked God. And like, that's good. I mean, it doesn't need to be that long. But you do that. There we go. We have the image saved. Next, this is just for me. It's just a step that I have to do. Is I go to the tier list. I have it saved as a bookmark, and I just want to drag that new episode over to the correct slot. I want to go to presentation mode. Gonna line it up just right. And then I'm going to print screen. And then I don't know if it's going to pick this up, but I'm kind of cropping a nice picture of it while it's in print screen mode. Then I can go back to the wiki, go back to the images tab. Going to scroll over here to episode list visual. Going to click more info. Going to replace it with the new file, the new screenshot I just took. What is it? The 21st? Yeah. Upload. Gonna take just a second to upload because my Wi-Fi sucks. Okay, cool. So now that's updated. So if we go to the episode list, then it should show up. Is that it in the corner? Yes. So now it is included there. We're going to go over down here, season 8, add a new page for episode 72. Oh wait, I don't even have to type it. I can just paste. No, not that. Okay. There we go. I Talk to God. You're going to want to create a link for whatever episode you may be doing. You just click the link tab up here, and then you just type in the name. So that should be set to where if I click it, it takes us to the blank page. To fix that blank page, we're going to go to our episode template. We're going to want to open the source code. Going to Control A to select all. And we're going to Control C to copy. Then we're going to, again, we're going to go to the episode list, season 8. I Talked to God, edit source code. We're going to paste that source code. So now it has the default template. And so now what we're going to want to do is on the main page. We're going to want to update the latest episode. This is just for me. You don't have to do this if you're doing, you know, some other episode like a Azalea's Cookhouse or something. But what I have to do, I have to edit source. I have to go over here to the correct one over here. So we're going to change this from Bloodridge to Talked God. We're going to change the link to I underscore talked to God. And we're just going to go ahead and replace that title with I talked to God. And then that should be all, I believe. Let's see. Yes, it changed the picture, changed the name. And now that should be, oh, one thing we have to do, go back to the list, go to the previous episode, which would for us would be Blood Ridge Hotel for this specific instance. We have to go to edit, have to select this, and then down here, instead of not available, we have to say this is the new episode. Changes that so the previous episode correctly links to the first. And now we can actually get started with this episode to get it all set up correctly. So to start, I tend to like doing this side. So this was our 72nd episode, right? Pretty sure. And we have to do today's date, which is this would be raw. It'd be with the upload date for whatever episode you're doing, you know, if you're doing Tommy Taffy or Jeff the Killer or something. But this episode came out on September 21st, 2025. And you know the name. We can again do that. Do that. You know, getting the title and image just like we did over on the homepage. But then down here, we're going to put the previous title, which was Blood Ridge Hotel. Again, completely different depending on what your previous episode title was. Over here for the next Creepcast, there isn't one currently, so we're going to change that to not available. And then for the story link, we're going to want to go up and typically they have a link to it. I guess this is the episode, so we're going to want story link. Then we're going to want to get the story name, Esoteric Isotopes, copy and paste that, and then we're going to want to get the link, copy and paste that, and I believe that should be it for the info box. Yeah, and then while we have that copied, we're going to want to say the story name here, Esoteric Isotopes. We're going to want to copy the original poster's username by a Reddit user, Project Fade, and again, different for whoever your person is. And sometimes, you know, it's not a no sleep story. It might be just a normal creepypasta. So you'll just say, you know, read and narrate the creepypasta, whatever, by whoever. And I mean, I haven't watched the video yet, but if they later on in the video say like the actual guy's name, you know, we traced the guy down. His name is, you know, Jason Momoa. Then, you know, in parentheses, I would, you know, type the name or whatever. Again, you're just going to want to copy the name down here. So I Talk to God is there. What was it? 72nd? Yeah. If I can type. Where are they reading? Electric Eyes. Yep, cool. And so then, want to go into the source editing again. You're going to want to go up to the YouTube video, go to the HTML, copy and paste that, copy and paste, or not the HTML, the, oh yeah, that's what it's called. Just, it'll cooperate. You're going to want to post a link here, save that. So the page should then be all set up. Oh, I misspelled Blood Ridge Hotel. Does it have a the? Is that what it is? Yup, the Blood Ridge Hotel. That's what it was. So let's fix that. I mean, little errors, but you know, you can fix them. So there. Or not. Why is that not working right? I'm a doofus. It's motel, not hotel. Womp womp. There we go. So that links to the previous. That links to the next one. You have the actual title here. You have the Creepcast title here. A really good example of that is Polyamorous Hell, because you know the actual title was When We Turn 18, We Meet the Name of Our Soulmate. When Dagoon did not like that, he decided to name the episode Polyamorous Hell. So that shows you that, you know, the name of the Creepcast episode does not always correspond with the actual name of the story. And here on the wiki, I like to include both. If we go back to the current episode, then we have the episode link, should link back to the correct video. You know, this should link to the story. Yep. And so with that all settled, that should be it. And again, some steps you don't have to do if you're doing an episode. Like, you don't have to do the latest episode. You don't have to go and change the, you know, the episode list, add the picture, change that. Really, all you have to do if you're doing an episode, like if you were to do, you know, Goatman, Laughing Jack, and more, is you just create the page. You would highlight this, and you would, you know, go up to the top and click the, you know, add a link button, add a picture, and then you would just go to that. You would add the, you know, the template, fill out the template like I just showed you how, and then you're all set to just, you know, go up to the video on your other monitor or in another tab or on your phone, whatever you choose to do. And then you can just get that summary written, you know, just format it like the others. You know, our protagonist blank blank blank. Put the gags and bits, you know, time stamped. And then trivia, I like to say the 3D background depicts blank. So that's a parking lot. That's a wooden room. That's grass. Yeah, there's for Polyamorous Hell, it was just grass in front of a lake, wasn't it? In trivia, I tend to include stuff that isn't really like a gag or a bit, or if they mention like personal stuff, I'll put it there instead of bits. For example, what's a good one? Yeah, here we go. So like trivia, even though it's time-stamped like a gag or a bit, it's just Wendigoon, you know, saying he wrote a short story and talking about it. That's not really a gag or a bit. That's like trivia. It's kind of vague. Some things, you know, are listed as trivia. There could be a gag or a bit, or vice versa. I don't know. Some trivia things I tend to do is like if a story has the same writer as a previous story, I'll link there. A good example is what's a really good one? If I go to episode list, for example, Stairs in the Woods. I have it other names people know it, such as Search and Rescue Officer, Search and Rescue Woods, Staircases. And then here I have, you know, that it was part of Channel Zero, and so was Candle Cove and No End House. And so for Candle Cove, I have that listed as well, that it was part of Channel Zero, such as Stairs in the Woods, No End House. Just stuff like that, stuff to, you know, think of when you're doing this. But that's really about it. It doesn't take too much effort to do just a whatever page. It's just a little harder when it's the newest episode because I have to make sure things link correctly and update all the pictures in the main page. But that's about it. Whenever you do that, you're able to just go about watching the actual episode, getting those summaries and stuff done. Got a little recursion for you up there on the top. But I'm going to end the recording here. It's been a long day. I'm pretty tired, and I'm ready to get this wiki done. That's about it. Have a good night, day, wherever you are, whatever it is. Have a good one.